Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Trichologist Lisa Akbari. You're here, doctor. And today I want to do a follow-up on and actually just say snag it, which is what this is, a video, in other words, on a question that was asked of me. I was pretty excited about the question. And this will date the video a little bit, but I don't care. Yesterday, I had my, not really get the length, but how to grow hair, the difference between growing hair and obtaining length radio talk show. You know, I do my talk show on WDIA every Sunday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So tune in if you have not. But I want to get right to this question. I had an outstanding question. Okay, as you see, I am on my show doing my thing, and I had several questions. I had someone ask about cool down. I responded to that, but Tamikia, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correct, she had a question for me. Now, first, let's make sure we've got it. She said, "Hi, hair doctor. Thank you for putting these informative videos up. I have been following you for years. I have a question. You seem to be very knowledgeable when you talk about hair, but I was wondering why over the years your hair has not grown much. Can you please explain?" Love that question, okay? Because I've just kind of done this thing without you guys. Really, I talk about it a little bit, but not much. Okay, so here's my answer. And I posted this on this page, but then I'm going to send this video out so you guys can kind of see my journey and what I've been doing. So I said, thanks for the question. Yay! I do thank you for this question. For years, I have conducted studies on my own hair in order to prove some theories that I had about why women, black women in particular, have not been able to obtain length, or as you guys call it, grow hair. But it's really about obtaining length, and we talked about that a lot. View the video above and you'll see some of the things we talked about. This study started in 2007, and in 2009 I kind of added the big relax study as well. And some of you who follow me, you know I have this passion for teaching ladies how to do two things. One, obtain length without having to do these added hair, and how to first I wanted to know why we weren't getting hair, and then I wanted to show them how to obtain length without protective styles, without added hair, and then I wanted to show you how to transition without doing the big chop. So I did something called the big relax. Okay, and the study began to phase out in 2014. So in 2014 I just kind of said, you know what, okay, I've got all the data I need, so now I need to kind of phase the study out, kind of the way I phased it in. Okay, so let me talk about how I phased the study in. This study included me doing some damaging things to my own hair. Yeah, like not shampooing as often as I need to, not deep conditioning, not dressing my hair for bed, and just pretty much letting my hair just web up. And I kind of watched it. I made sure I didn't go too far, so I didn't really add heated tools to the study. I did a little bit of that when I did the big relax. I did add some heated tools, but I was really careful with that one because I wanted to be able to keep some hair, since I was kind of doing this study a little bit under the radar. Okay, so with that, the results from the study was that I lost my ability to obtain length. Boom, bullseye. That's exactly what I wanted to prove. My hair was no longer getting longer and longer and longer. It just, additionally, I actually began to lose hair. It began to break. So I could just say my hair is shedding, but actually my hair was breaking. No really hair bulbs. I was shedding at a normal rate. It was like, the process. You shed, you grow hair, you shed hair, you actually grow hair again. I was growing hair, going through all my phases, but I was breaking. I was losing hair. This proved my point. And now I begin to phase back in the positives. You know, the negatives were I wasn't deep conditioning, so I kind of and I wasn't dressing my hair for bed. So I've been phasing those things back in and out. So I'm gonna do a get the length program, but I want to show you my journey back in 2008. Let's take a look at that image, and we're just going to and look at my hair. And I said 2007, but I really didn't start showing much of my videos really until 2008. If you look here, you can see how huge my fro was. It was sitting on my shoulders. This was not even stretched out fro. So it was sitting on my shoulders. It was pretty huge. This was in when I did that curly fro back in 2007. Then let's take a look at, it's 2008. Let's take it 2009. That's when I did my big relax. So you see here, so I kind of added that there. And then in 2010, I began to transition. So I still had length, always kept it around my shoulders. I never really took it away, and I didn't do the big chop. So I proved that, but I really want to do both studies again together, but we'll get to that in a minute. And then 2011, here I go. So I'm deep into the study. I've transitioned back, and you can look at the different and the texture. Now remember, texture deals with the size of your strand. So I was beginning to say, okay, I'm not really getting length like I was. And then here we go, 2000, this was 10, 11. So we got 8, 9, 10, 11. This is 2012. 2012, look what was happening. I really had a fro, and I made sure that I did enough I conditioned, but it was always instant conditioning, never deep conditioning, dressing the hair for bed some, not much. So a lot of that length that I kind of sort of had just kind of came off, as you can see. Oops, if you can see here. And this was me with the fro, and then we move on to, and I have to keep going back, and I can kind of look down at the videos, and you can see that was 2012, and then this one should be 2013. That was me pulling my hair back, and you can see, wow, it's like, okay, I had it in the it wasn't really a shrunken fro, but I had it in a headband, but you could see that I did not have the length. And here we are, and that was 2013, okay? And 2014, I began to say, okay, enough is enough. So somewhere between 2013 and 2014, I started some deep conditioning. I started dressing for bed, and look what was beginning to happen. And it's not like it's instant, but it's almost instant because our hair starts to grow. Our hair grows on a continuous basis. So it is growing, but is it breaking as fast as it's growing? Okay, so there's 2014, 2015. Here I am. You say, okay, what's going on? Well, I was doing a shrunken fro there. So let's move that video down, and you can see how I'm getting, if you look in the background, you can see how I'm beginning to show you how to do a pullback so you don't have a shrunken fro, and different, like, see, you'll see me putting product on and that kind of thing. So let's see if I have one here with my hair and my larger fro, but I think I used my headband here, and then I'm going to give you one with my hair looking fuller. And this is it. We go all the way back to this. I was showing you how to stretch out your fro, which was pretty cool. So here I am here, just in action. And let's see if we can get this one. And this was actually part 1 of this. And let's kind of go on to me showing you a larger fro. Okay, so this is me showing a shrunken fro, and let's take that sound out. And so basically what I was doing is showing you how my fro, how to make your fro bigger and get rid of the shrunken fro, and I was showing various little things. So I'm going to take this headband off in a few seconds, and then what you want to see, the reason I chose this one was because I wanted you to see that hair, the difference. So we want to differentiate that damaged hair where I had damaged my ends from not caring for them. You can see them there. And see how when I pull it out, see the hair there is different than the hair close to the scalp. So I have now the older hair, and it's actually, not only was it thinner and I lost the ability to obtain length, but now at this point I was breaking. You can see some of the little stress points in there, the little what y'all call fairy knots, but you can see the difference. This is why I wanted to do this video. But I'm going to the opposite side now, and I'm dressing my hair for bed more. I'm doing things that I'm supposed to, but now you can differentiate the hair that had been in the study and the hair, because 2014 I started phasing things back in. I started doing more deep conditioning, doing more dressing my hair for bed, doing more things that were appropriate to obtain length. And what I'm trying to let you guys know is that if you in fact will balance your hair, you won't have a problem with getting your hair to have length. So you can see here, this is all the older hair. So if you have these stringy hair, straight ends where you've used heated tools and your heated tools were hotter than they should be, it will burn and you will have straighter ends. If you have a lot of detangling, you'll have straighter, thinner ends. If you don't dress your hair for bed, if you don't deep condition, you have all of these problems and you will not obtain the length, the potential length. It is called short hair syndrome. And if you want to know if you have developed that, you can definitely send me go to my website at lisaakbari.com, and then I can just look for the link on short hair syndrome or hair analysis, and then do the strand reading. And I'll be happy to do that email for you. Now we're back to, I'll be happy to read your strands. I am going to do a Cyber Get the Length program. I'm going to start it in January, and I may even, if I can, get my web designer to put like a little clock to count down. But I want to do both. I want to do the big relax again, because we still have too many people doing the big chop. And then I want to do a get the length with it. But I really want to do some weekly blogs. I want to talk about it on my talk show. I just really want to kind of talk to you guys, tweet, Instagram, some real-time stuff. If you're interested in doing a Get the Length, Cyber Get the Length program with me, if you're interested in going through this journey and you're trying to do the big chop, but you don't want to do the big chop, but you want to transition, then please email me. Let me know if you're interested. I'm going to post this video for you all to see, and then we're going to see where we go with that. But January 1st, I'm either going to do the Cyber Get the Length program without weave, without sewing, without protective styles, and I'm going to do the Get the Length, or I may add the big chop. Not the big chop. Lisa, what are you talking about? I'm going to add the big relax, where I relax my hair and transition without chopping my hair. I know you guys hate when I talk about relaxing my hair, but I want you to know how easy it is to be able to do this without having to chop your hair off. So we want to get longer hair, and we want to transition, and we want to be natural and beautiful. And we want to do this without chopping our hair. Okay, guys? So keep that in mind. We're going to do it. All right, I'm Lisa Akbari, your hair doctor. This has been great talking about my journey with my big relax and my proving my theory that I had about why women, black women in particular, have a problem with attaining length. And I don't want to just say black women, because it's all women. And we have a problem with that. And it's because of what we're doing to our strand, not because we can't grow hair. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, blessed morning, evening, or afternoon.